Hey you guys, my name is Najwa. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe button, hit the bell so you know whenever I post video. I am watching the Invictus games with you in different little pieces and parts. Today is day 1, so I'm going to go through the different days. I'm actually watching it right here, but this will be posted after because I just didn't have time to do a live stream. I just am getting out my reviews on Heart of Invictus, which went on Netflix, which I'm now like, oh, okay, I get it why they put it on Netflix right before they were about to do the Invictus games. Watching it right now is the moment of silence. They're doing the moment of silence for our veterans who didn't make it to this point. Italy was really just pumping it up. Italy was really going crazy in the crowd for a bit. The hosts were a little bit nervous at first, but they just announced that macklemore is going to come out. They announced that Prince Harry is there, of course. Sussexsquad, Squad, we love Prince Harry. They also announced that some major people are there, like, you know, Secretary of Defense of Germany, like the mayor is there, I think. Some representatives from their sponsor, Boeing, I think, is there. So a lot of really, really prominent people. I'm really, really excited about it, guys. So now the host is letting us know that we're just a few seconds from the teams entering. To my understanding, the schedule is going like they're going to just do a little bit of entertainment, like a little amp up for the whole games. So I feel like Saturday night is really just introducing some of the athletes. Yeah, I feel like it's just, oh, okay, so they're pointing out the DJ. I feel like it's just introducing some of the elements. I'm looking at my notes. Getting us pumped, introducing the patrons, some of the sponsors and things like that, and really just getting all of the different countries and stuff pumped. So I feel like I might be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm like a little fuzzed on this. I did take a look at the website, but I found the schedule to be so robust that I just did not have time to look at it fully and thoroughly. But to my understanding, what we're seeing on Saturday night is sort of like the pre-amp up, and then the games will go through to the 14th. And I, of course, am going to be following that. So the nations are entering now. I haven't decided if I'm going to kind of just merge all of the days together into this one video, or if I'm going to break it up into parts. So by the time that you guys see this, you will know whether or not I just gave my full review and broke it up into parts, or if I just kind of split it up. Lots of cheering. The hosts are good. They got a little nervous at that point in the beginning, but it's like, you know, oiling up a machine. It's like once you warm up a bit, it's all good. And I hope you guys like, I'm trying to represent USA here a little bit, you know, right? I've got my like blue and my red. You could also say I'm representing the country I live in, France, as well. And even UK. Got love for the UK. Prince Harry, whoop whoop. So we're doing a countdown now. Okay, so now we've got a parade of nations going on. So first is Australia. Nice music playing. Got some 80s music playing. Oh, that's really nice. So we've got some of the paraplegics, some of our Australian veterans, our warriors coming through. Ah, this is just so nice, guys. I love it. Okay, so now we got Belgium marching through. I like the music that they're playing with each of the countries marching in. That's pretty nice. 20,000 active personnel. Nice. Honey, I hope all of the countries will join the Invictus games. I really do. They're so excited, man. Oh, it's really nice to see. Nice. You know, as an American, or born in America, I definitely feel a close relation to my Canadian sisters and brothers. They're just a tiny bit more put together than us Americans. Like, a little bit less fancy than the Brits, a little bit more fancy than the Americans. It's like something in between. This is all good. All so good. Such a good cause. And they came marching into a Canadian folk band. That's too cute. I smell the maple leaves. Mm. So the flags and the opening ceremony with all of the different nations is really, really cool. Let me just note, okay, I don't know if I'm biased here or whatever, but as someone who lives in France and who is American, French people so far the most crunk. I'm sorry, but like France is like mini America. I mean, it's like mini Africa, mini America, mini Middle East, however it depends on how you look at it. Mini Eastern Europe, it just depends how you look on it. But it's all here. But they are hype, buddy. They are hype. Like, I think France is coming in. They got some, maybe some fuel left over from getting so close with the FIFA World Cup, maybe, to back them up. Georgia was nice. Estonia was nice. So far, I think I've seen Georgia, Estonia, Australia, Canada, Italy, and France. So far, out of all of those, France and Canada have been the most crunk, but we'll see. We'll see. That's what I've seen so far, but we'll keep going. I'm filming this in real time again, y'all, so I will keep you updated. But right now we on Italy, and they ain't got that fizzle like France. France was hype, but we gonna see. So guys, I've been watching this here. I've been watching all the countries walk in. And now the United Kingdom walking in, and it is very, very intense, y'all. Like, I don't know if it was 100% planned that way. Japan was nice. Jordan was also nice. Yeah, but Poland was good too. What's this green and white? What is that? South Africa? New Zealand? Nigeria. That's Nigeria. So New Zealand walked in, Nigeria walked in. What's this orange? What is this orange? Is that the Netherlands? Okay. Yeah, what is that, Mexico? What's this? Jordan, no, that's Jordan. Yeah, so Jordan walked in, Nigeria, New Zealand, Poland, what's this one? What's the blue? Romania, Ukraine. Wow. Ukraine. Wow. Oh, that wasn't Japan. That was South Korea. I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I don't know why I always get South Korea and Japan, their flags mixed up. But I just had to note that the UK coming in was so, like, intense, you know. I guess Prince Harry, he had to do that one in there because that's his home country. And you see how so many people say, oh, he's a traitor, he betrayed his country. We showed him love, and him and Meghan Markle threw it back in our face. It's not true, man. He still loves his country. He just wants his country to love his wife, his black American wife. Please show her the love and respect that she deserves. Yo, where is US? Okay, here we go, guys. United States walking in. Woo! Why does the United States have to have, like, hard rock music playing in the background? Oh. All right, they a little hype. But I think France and the UK was way more hype. But it makes sense right now, y'all. Like, my country of birth is having some problems. We're having some problems in the family, okay? We're having some existential crises, so we're a little tired. But the American, the bald eagles, okay, the pickup trucks, the gigantic orange sodas, the spirit of that is still there. It's just, we're a little tired. Oh, wow. But you know what? I will say this. The United States has a tendency to kind of live in a bubble. And I have to say, I feel like I'm probably the only American out here raving about the dang on Invictus games. I think probably the veterans that are in here are a large piece, them and their circles are a large piece of the Americans who are actually engaging with it. And I think that that's kind of sad. You know, I feel like I probably even know more about this because A, I'm such a big advocate for the Sussexes, but also because I live in Europe and I see news coverage of stuff just outside of what's happening on Capitol Hill. I really hope that I hope my country of birth gets past its existential crisis. Let me just say that. I gotta turn this air on, y'all. It is so hot. I don't know about y'all, but in Paris, we are facing basically, I guess what you would call Indian summer. It is, it's oppressive. It's an oppressive heat. Okay, man, where's Macklemore? So Germany's walking in. I'm trying to figure out why United Kingdom, United States, and Germany is all smacked together. What's up with that? Are we trying to make a little point here? I mean, it is stuff like that. Thank goodness for the Invictus games. Everybody who works on it. You see through this, you saw through the Netflix docuseries, that this is a way bigger enterprise than what we call the Derangers, us on Sussex Squad, make it out to be. They make it out to be that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are just making everything about them. But this is a very, very, very big organization. Very, very, very big cause initiative that is much bigger than just trifles. This is much bigger than trifles. And, you know, I think that this is taking a real solid stance. It might be quite indirect, but I think it's taking a solid stance on that alliance between some of those G7 and G20 countries. I'm telling you, look at how much emphasis, you know, the alliance between some of the English-speaking countries, along with Germany, for example, the solidarity with Ukraine, the UK, the US, Germany, Ukraine, Australia, Canada. I definitely think that coming together to support these veterans who have been injured in war, taking a stance on mental health, how mental health and mental illness can come to life, can be elevated through mental fitness for those who need it the most, people who are going through PTSD. I don't think that it's a mistake that this is also a devoted effort from some of the countries that are really, really trying to protect the sanctity of democracy in this day and age, because authoritarianism is springing up so much. So this is way bigger. This is about love. This is about humanity. This is about mental health. It's about war. It's about military strength. It's about diplomacy. It's about a whole lot of stuff, y'all. It's about a whole lot of stuff. Y'all see that? So now the bottles, I don't know if it's like this in the US, but at least in France, they're trying to make most of the bottles where the tops don't detach because, you know, climate change. You know, climate change. So, oh, and I like the dog. I like the dog. I like the mascot. They just announced all the sports. Nice. Wheelchair basketball, wheelchair rugby, swimming, volleyball, sitting volleyball, lots of cool stuff. I think Prince Harry's coming. Oh wait, no, not yet. Oh, they really want to drag it out with us, guys. It's the mayor of Dusseldorf. Wow. He has really good English. I need to do, oh wow. He sounds cool, man. I need to do more research on him because he sounds very, very level-headed. You know, we're not living in the day of the level-headed politician. He's welcoming everybody to Dusseldorf. He's got a great message. A great message of togetherness. So we reached the part where Prince Harry walked out. Oh my God. So first of all, the first thing that I noticed, of course, is everyone chanting Harry's name. Sussex Squad, those of you who are Sussex Squad, Y'all know he is the people's prince. Everybody loves Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and a lot of people are jealous of that. A lot of people within the monarchy might be jealous of those cheers that they get. A lot of people want to paint them like they're unpopular, but it is just not true. So that was the first thing that really grabbed me, is that when Prince Harry walks out, and there's a lot of momentum built up to this. I want to know what I think it was the mayor, was it the mayor of Dusseldorf? Or was it one of the other politicians? It was one of the German politicians basically said outright something about Russia and its aggressive war. They are so serious at this point. They're really, really serious. So again, this is so much bigger than Prince Harry. But you can see that Prince Harry is a great mentor. He is like the perfect face for these military veterans. He understands them. Like when he walked out, they were chanting his name for all of 2 minutes. Like he literally couldn't even start speaking because they were just chanting his name for 2 minutes. But something that I thought was so crazy, and what made me really realize like these are a bunch of military war veterans. Let me just first caveat this with saying, my husband, sometimes when I'm looking at stuff with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, I'm like, babe, pay attention to this stuff. This is really interesting. And he's like, oh, I can't. His voice is so monotone. I don't think that Prince Harry's voice is monotone. But there are those moments where, like, looking at it from somebody else's perspective, it's like, oh, yeah, this is a guy who is just like a military veteran. I mean, he's fun to me. I think he's a cool guy, you know. But maybe to the next person, they think he's very bland. Who knows? But the moment that solidified that we're looking at a bunch of military veterans who lived so, like, a significant part of their life with a very large amount of structure, you know, is the fact that the crowd is going crazy for Prince Harry for like 2 minutes straight, screaming, cheering, chanting his name. And then all of a sudden, everybody just sits down and looks straight forward. And I was just like, what just happened? I was like, salute, soldiers. Yes, no, the 4th Regiment. I mean, it's just like, you know. But I'm not laughing at them, laughing alongside them, laughing with them. You know, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. Like I said, I really feel like he understands them. He understands them and they understand him. He talks about a lot of stuff. He talks about what I thought was the most beautiful thing. He talks about the sentiment of when they put their uniform on. You know, their uniform and that flag. And he talks about how a lot of them might miss that, you know, and how maybe today the uniform that you're wearing is a little bit different. It's a little bit more colorful, but you are repping that flag. You're repping the country that you come from, and you're repping like the stuff that you've been through. You put aside. It's almost like he's speaking like, you know, you are that phoenix rising from the ashes. You came through the war zone. You came through the injuries. You came through the wounds, and you're going to be victorious. I mean, it was really one of those, like, even I was like pumped to go freaking, you know, do some sit down volleyball or whatever it is, swimming. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm like, ah, that was beautiful. And it's so true, you know, they are repping their countries just in a different way, and they're representing themselves. He speaks about fear. You know, I thought it was really nice because some part of Prince Harry's story, him and Meghan Markle's story, can really be related to war in a certain way. And there is no better person to understand that than Prince Harry, since he actually is a veteran. But he talks about fear and how you no longer have to live through your fear anymore. That you've basically risen above that fear. Think about how many ways that can apply. You know, us on this channel who talk about Sussexsquad, Squad, we know how many trolls and the corrupt UK tabloid media that's always coming, and tabloid media all over. It's not even just in the UK. Tabloids from all over. Just the gossip ones, just the trashy gossip ones, not any ones that hold any real water. Trolls and their mamas, their grandmamas, random people coming out of the woodworks have been coming after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for a long time. Many of them even before they even flagged institutional racism, xenophobia, sexism, anything like that. Long before that, long before they said, you know, look, y'all didn't take a stance on mental health like you should have. Long before that, there have been people who have just been sitting with bated breath, waiting for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to fail. Are these people just miserable individuals? I don't know. Are they just rangers? I don't know. Are they just trolls? I don't know. I don't know what their specific life story is that got them to that point. But you can look at that, and you can look at how in some point Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they lived in fear. They lived in fear if one of these people was just going to decide that was the day that they were going to put that the successes in their family in danger. I'm sure Prince Harry speaks of the fear that he may have felt flying those Apaches, you know, and not knowing if he was going to make it back to even doing those things that he probably didn't even want to do, sitting in a bunch of stuffy dinners and doing roles and being, you know, robotic and doing all of these PR things, you know, if he was going to have to, if he was even going to be able to make it back to that, as much as he didn't even like being in some of those roles. Was he going to be able to make it back? The fear of that, the fear of parenthood, the fear of what's going on with Ukraine right now, that many people in the Western world are living right now, in the US, in the UK, in Europe. We're all feeling it, you know. Fear. There's so many iterations of that fear that could be brought out, you know. It could be what's going on in the United States right now, the things of people and gun laws, you know, how many people's lives are being taken by someone who should not have a gun in their hands. White supremacy, these movements of neo-fascism and white supremacy and anti-LGBTQ things, slaughtering people, literally, you know, just all of these things. For the veterans, I mean, like, you could go so deep into that fear element. For the veterans sitting there, fear if they have substance abuse issues, are they going to go back to the substances? Fear if they don't make it through the games. You know, fear if they cry in front of everybody after they've completed a game and they embarrass themselves. Fear of what's going to happen after I get back from these games. Fear of the past, fear of the future, fear of the present, fear of imminent wars, more wars that can come. I just thought his message of hope through that, you know, that you are no longer living through that fear. It was amazing. And the way that the crowd went crazy, I think they also thought it was amazing. I like seeing the kids walking through with the flags, the I am flags. As a person in marketing and advertising, I think the branding with Invictus is beautiful. I love the logo with Invictus Games, and you've got I am highlighted through it. I love the mission. I love everything. I mean, it really, really, really exquisitely done. Then you go into the concert with Macklemore. I freaking love Macklemore. Like, I ain't even got nothing else to say. I just was sitting there jamming. I was talking to my mom on the phone. I couldn't barely look at her. I just was like looking at the TV, looking at Macklemore jamming. I'll end here. I thought that there was an interesting note to have Macklemore because he has one of his most famous songs. He's talking about thrift stores. You know, how much he loves thrift stores. And how you can have those people over there buying Gucci, buying all these name brands, but, you know, he's going to flex it with the thrift store. I grew up on antique shops and thrift stores. My mom would go to a thrift store in a hot second. It's not because we couldn't afford to go to Sears or Macy's or whatever, but she knew that we could go and find something with real wood, authentic, antique, dark wood at a thrift store. We could find real china and pottery. I could get like 1 billion books for 50 cents each. Even right now, this is making me want to go to the thrift store and get some books. I know a lot of veterans, including that uncle that I've talked about a lot of times, they just have that quintessential Robert Downey Jr. in whatever that movie was. I can't even remember the name of it. Tropic Thunder? The Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr., that vest. You know what I'm talking? Macklemore is wearing that thrift store vest that I'm talking about. It's like that veteran's thrift store vest with the arms cut off. And that is like, you know, when you started seeing people wear that who were not in the military, that's still a trend. You'll see people on the runway in New York City, Milan, Paris, wearing that thrift store looking vest, you know, looking good, honey. I love it, and I feel like that's a wink and a nod to the veterans out there. We just cannot forget it, because what we're seeing here is so much a bigger metaphor for what we're going through right now as a globe. You know, all the difficulties that we're going through right now as a globe and how we have to rise above that. You know, we have to remember to not forget about the veterans. This is about the veterans. They've brought us something that has like elevated past it. And I hope that me being so excited about it makes other people excited about it. But we'll end it there for today. That was the opening ceremony. People got up out of there. They got up out of there real quick. When it was done, they were like, skirt. You know, I feel like everybody went home to get pumped up, you know, to get really excited for the next day. You know, like I feel like everybody, the spirit was in the air, you know. So we will be coming back. I feel like I'm going to cut this into 3 parts. I'm not completely sure yet, but this is part 1 of 3. I feel like I'm going to kind of do a beginning, middle, and end type thing. So we will come back with this. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, please do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!